a learning approach that activates the learner's intellect, emotions, imagination, and body for more effective and comprehensive level of educational experience. Holistic education actually promotes creativity among the participant, and it initiates critical thinking, analytical thinking, and make connections across disciplines. The approach is multidisciplinary approach. And in ancient days, research was done in the individual laboratories. Now it is team research. Earlier it was synoptic research. Research was done in the laboratory, like Madame Curie and Pierre Curie, they were doing research at home in the private laboratories, and now the approach is multidisciplinary. For example, ISRO satellite. Several experts and scientists are drawn from mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, electronics engineering, physicists are there, chemists are there, cryogenics were there. Then several researchers joined together to achieve the objective. What is the objective? To launch the satellite. So this is a team research as against synoptic research, individual research. As you know, India is a land of sages and saints. Vast literature exists, right from the Jaina philosophy. Jaina philosophy is the most ancient one. It started actually way back in 6th century. Common Era, before Common Era, 6th century, Jaina philosophy, then Buddhist philosophy, then 6 systems of Indian philosophy, including the Vedantist. So vast literature exists. Philosophy is practical and a way of life. So Professor Hiranya says, when I say that Indian philosophy is one of the values, I mean it primarily deals with Purusharthas. Purusharthas means human values. Purusharthas and metaphysicals or theoretical questions come in only as a matter of course. So what is practiced is the core philosophy in India. Darshana is very important. So it covers the entire Indian philosophy, excluding Jaina philosophy and Buddhist philosophy. We have Nyaya Sutras of Gautama, then Vaisheshika Sutras of Kanada Rishi, then Sankhya of Kapila Maharshi, then Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. Then afterward, they concentrated on Vedic philosophy, mainly Purva Mimamsa, the karma, action-oriented philosophy, yajna, yagas, brahmanas, and aranyakas. Then later on, they concentrated on the core of philosophy, core of Upanishadic philosophy that speaks about the ultimate reality, which is called Vedanta philosophy. So in Indian philosophy, 6 systems comprises of Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Sankhya, Yoga, Purva Mimamsa and Uttara Mimamsa. Uttara Mimamsa is also called Vedanta, Shankara Vedanta, then Ramanuja Vedanta and Madhva Vedanta. Three are the main components of Vedanta philosophy. Then, if you consider the Vedic philosophy, actually they divide it into 2 categories. One is Karma Kanda, mainly concentrating on yajna, yagas, and mantras. Jaimini has written the core, he has collected the core of Veda philosophy and he has composed in 936 sutras, Jaimini sutras, which speaks about Karma Kanda. And there are again further, there are 2 schools of philosophy, Prabhakara and Kumari Bhatta till 8th century. And another part is Jnana Yoga. Jnana Yoga speaks mainly on spiritual aspects. Here, Vyasa Maharshi has written the core of Jnana Kanda. He has collected from Upanishadic philosophy and he has composed 555 sutras, which speaks about ultimate reality. Ultimate reality means the soul, the spiritual, the aspects, the core of philosophy, or the Jnana Kanda, which speaks about the ourselves, the main self, the supreme self, which is called Brahman. So Vyasa Maharshi has written the core of Jnanakanda. He has expressed in 555 sutras, which is called Brahma Sutras. Brahma Sutra, a very popular one. All Vedantis have written commentaries on Jnanakanda. Shankaracharya has written commentary on Brahma Sutra. Ramanuja has also written commentary considering the Visishtadvaita philosophy, and Madhvacharya considering Dvaita philosophy. He has also written commentary on Brahma Sutra. So Jnanakanda speaks about the spiritual aspect of Vedic literature. Karma Kanda speaks about the performing yajnas and yagas, which is called Karma Kanda. So Jnanakanda, Jnana Yoga. So the core of entire Indian philosophy, Swami Vivekananda has categorized into 4 aspects. Number 1 is Jnana Yoga, yoga of knowledge and practice of spirituality, predominantly by way of systematic inquiry and reflective thinking. You have to think, you have to listen to the teachings of the master, you have to apply reflective thinking, critically you have to think, and you have to experience, feel and experience. That is the core of philosophy. Jnana Yoga mainly speaks about the enlightened aspects of philosophy. One has to become enlightened personality. So Jnana Yoga speaks about the core of philosophy, the knowledge aspect of Vedic tradition. Then number 2, Swami Vivekananda speaks about Bhakti Yoga. He has written 4 different texts: Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, and Raja Yoga. Raja Yoga means Patanjali Yoga Sutras, which speaks about the performing yoga, yogic practices. So Jnana Yoga speaks about the knowledge, the ultimate knowledge. Bhakti Yoga, it promotes devotion, yoga of devotion towards Lord as the Supreme Self, and worship by chanting hymns in praise of the Lord. So Bhakti, exhibiting Bhakti, devotion to Lord, that is Bhakti Yoga, another aspect. Jnana Yoga, so inquiry is very important in case of Jnana Yoga. Who am I? You have to inquire, and one has to become enlightened through inquiry and analysis. Bhakti Yoga, here the devotee has to show the devotion towards the Lord as the Supreme Self, and he becomes the devotee of the Supreme Self. Number 3, we have Raja Yoga. Raja Yoga means performing yogic practices. It includes Hatha Yoga and also Ashtanga Yoga, 8-fold path of yoga. 8-fold path of yoga by which the practitioner gets his body and mind purified initially and finally becomes qualified to practice concentration and contemplation. He will ultimately meditate on his inner being and attain samadhi. So attainment samadhi is the ultimate aspect of Raja Yoga. Raja Yoga means performing yogic practices. So Patanjali has explained in 8 steps. 8 steps: Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, and Samadhi. Samadhi is the ultimate or the ultimate step in Raja Yoga. Then Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga means performing duties. Performing duties and serve to the society, including the activities of worship. All these are without any personal motive or worldly benefit. So the benefit, whatever the benefit, he is going to leave it to the Lord. So Karma Yoga speaks mainly about the service aspect. Service aspect. These duties and services are performed for the sake of God and thereby derive bliss for oneself. Nishkama Karma. Bhagavad Gita speaks about Nishkama Karma Yoga. Do your duty without expecting any reward or not expecting any reward or personal motives. You perform your duty, you extend services and be contented with what is given in return. So fourfold path of yoga that is propounded by Swami Vivekananda: Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Raja Yoga, and Karma Yoga. This is the culmination and core of Indian philosophy. So I would like to bring to your kind attention the literature, very important, the core literature, what is existing today in Indian philosophy. So literature survey, if we consider if we survey the literature, the following are the main texts. One is Ramayana, Mahabharata, and Bhagavata Puranas. Altogether, there are 18 Puranas. All these 18 are authored by Vyasa Maharshi. Then Yoga Vasistha. Then it is Ramayana and Yoga Vasistha are authored by Valmiki Maharshi. Panchatantra and Hitopadesha. Another aspect, all these speaks about the core of Indian philosophy. Further, in depth, if you want to consider the teachings, you have to consider the following texts. One is Panchadashi, authored by Vidyaranya Maharshi in 16th century. Then Sarvadarshana Sangraha. Sarvadarshana Sangraha is very important. The author has altogether composed 100 texts during 16th century. Then Vachana Sahitya may be considered. Then Ashtavakara Gita speaks about the ultimate truth, ultimate reality. Then Vijnana Bhairava Tatra. It speaks about 112 types of meditation, various types of meditation. The text is in Sanskrit. If you are interested in meditating, you have to read, you have to consider the text Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Then Jnaneshwari. Santa Gnaneshwar is authored by, then Vichara Chandrodaya and then Vichara Sagara. Vichara Chandrodaya and Vichara Sagara. Then Bhagavad Gita, very important text, a part of Mahabharata. Then Narada Bhakti Sutra, very important. Shandilya Bhakti Sutra and Narada Bhakti Sutra are very important for those who are interested in Bhakti cult or Bhakti philosophy. Then Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, very important aspect. He has propounded the eightfold path of yoga. Then regarding yoga philosophy, there are 16 minor Upanishads, Yogopanishad. All the 16 speaks about yoga philosophy, performing yoga practices, dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. Then Kaivalya Paddhati, authored by very important author of Mysore, Kaivalya Paddhati of Nijaguna Shiva Yogi. Nijaguna Shiva Yogi is from Mysore district near T. Narsipura. Very important aspect. This covers the entire Indian philosophy in nutshell. Then Viveka Chudamani, authored by Swami Shankaracharya. Adi Shankaracharya has authored Viveka Chudamani. So entire survey of literature I am bringing to your kind attention. Then while coming to classic yoga philosophy, what are the literature that are existing today on Raja Yoga? So Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, very popular one. There are number of commentaries on the sutra. 195 sutras are there. Number of commentaries have come out on Yoga Sutra. Then Hatha Yoga Pradipika of Smatma Rama. Then Geranda Samhita, another Sanskrit text. Then Amanaska Ruddha, another important ancient Sanskrit text. Yoga Taravali, Yoga Karnika of Natha Aghora. Seventh one, Yogopanishad. Altogether there are 16. It's about philosophy. Then Shat Chakra Nirupana speaks about Hatha Yoga. Then Hatha Ratnavali, another text, Goraksha Samhita, very important Sanskrit text, speaks about Hatha Yoga. Then Brihat Yoga Darshana, then Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, I have already explained. Then Hatha Tattva Kumudini and Serpent Power, authored by Avalon. So all these 14 texts which focus on yoga philosophy, practice of yoga philosophy. And while coming to the encyclopedic work, I would like to bring to your kind attention. There is 16-volume encyclopedia published by Macmillan, USA, Encyclopedia of Religion. Encyclopedia of Religion and Ethics is also there. And of late, we have come across Encyclopedia of Religion and Ethics, which is available in the University Library in 16 volumes. So while coming to the Indian philosophy, the entire Indian philosophy is written by Dr. S. Radhakrishnan in 2 volumes. Monumental work, Indian Philosophy, Volume 1, Volume 2, published by Oxford University Press. The author is Dr. S. Radhakrishnan. Bhagavad Gita, he has also written books and commentaries on Bhagavad Gita. Then what is important more than anything is, don't forget this Sarva Darshana Sangraha from Madhavacharya. Madhavacharya, his brother and himself altogether during 16th century have authored 100 texts which is in Devanagari text, Sanskrit. Then Yoga Vasishtha of Valmiki. Ramayana and Valmiki are the texts of Valmiki. Then considering history of Dharma Shastras, the extensive research work has been done by P.V. Kane. P.V. Kane, the entire Dharma Shastras he has compiled in 8 volumes, published during 1930 to 1962. It was released in volumes, set of 8 volumes. This speaks entire Dharma Shastras according to Indian philosophy. So all these texts, many of these texts are made available online. So if you log on to National Digital Library of India, altogether as of today, 60 million items are there. 60 million records are uploaded by IIT Kharagpur. So 6 crore items are included here. The texts are in 70 languages, of Indian 70 languages. So the collection of National Library of India, Calcutta, the collection is digitized and hosted on the server, and one can access online free of cost. It is not subscription based. It is an open access site. As of today, you can access 60 million items. 60 million items. This is hosted by IIT Kharagpur. Then coming to ancient libraries, many of the ancient texts have been burnt when the libraries were set on fire. Takshashila, the library was there in the university. It was established during 5th century BC, before Common Era, and it flourished up to Common Era, 5th century Common Era, almost 1,000 years. The library flourished and extended service to the people and scholars across India and abroad. Then you have also heard of Nalanda and Takshashila universities. Gandhara, Takshashila was in Gandhara, and Nalanda was in Bihar, which was established again in 5th century before Common Era. It flourished till 13th century Common Era. Then Vikramshila, another library, another academic institution, which had a very large library collection during 8th century before Common Era, and it flourished, not before, during Common Era, and it flourished till 12th century. All these 3 libraries, ancient libraries, were set on fire during war period, and the total library collection was destroyed. The library was rich in early writing. Why I am quoting these libraries, including Alexandria Library, which was established in Egypt by the patronage of Alexander. 3rd century BC. The library was set on fire. The library was on fire for 120 days. The entire collection of 1.1 million documents were reduced to ashes in 120 days. It was rich in these collections. Papyrus rolls were there. Palm leaves recorded information on palm leaves. There were clay tablets, parchment and vellum, information recorded on animal skill, then copper plate etchings, then stone inscriptions, information recorded on stones. Then they also used silk cloth to record information. These were the early writing material. In India, a major portion of Sanskrit texts were in form of palm leaves and papyrus. Now coming to the core of Upanishadic philosophy. Now we are into Indian knowledge system. How did they learn things during ancient Upanishadic period? So I would like to bring to your kind attention the culmination of Mandukya Upanishad. Mandukya Upanishad, altogether there are 11 principal Upanishads, very important. Mandukya Upanishad is one among them. Ishavasya Upanishad, Kena Upanishad, Kathopanishad, then Prashna Upanishad, Mundaka Upanishad, Mandukya Upanishad, Aitareya Upanishad, Taittiriya Upanishad, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Chandogya Upanishad, including Shvetashvatara Upanishad. These are the 11 very important principal Upanishad. The entire teachings of Indian philosophy, the teachings of our ancient sages are in these 11 principal Upanishad. Very important. So Mundaka Upanishad speaks about two types of knowledge. So it says there are two types of knowledge. The master is teaching the students. The master is teaching the disciples. Here he says knowledge can be divided into two aspects. One is one who focuses on empirical knowledge, worldly knowledge. So maybe physics, chemistry, geology, biology, all these come under empirical philosophy, day-to-day philosophy or day-to-day knowledge. Another aspect that is Paravidya, Aparavidya and Paravidya. Paravidya means transcendental knowledge. It speaks about the ultimate reality. So what are the Aparavidya, empirical knowledge? Vedas, Shiksha, Kalpa, Vyakarana, Nirukta, Chandasu and Jyotishya. These are the empirical knowledge, types of empirical knowledge. Hello. Sir, kalisi sir. ಕಳಿಸಿ ನೀವು ಒಂದು 3 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಳ್ಳಾಸ ಆಯ್ತು. ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಇತಿಹಾಸ ಅಂದ್ರಲ್ಲ. ಆಯ್ತು, ದೊಡ್ಡದ ಸಣ್ಣದು ಆಯ್ತು 3. So Paravidya speaks about the transcendental knowledge, the ultimate philosophy, the core philosophy of Brahman, Akshara. Brahman here, the Mandukya Upanishad explains as Akshara. Akshara is destroyed. Ultimately, things are going to be destroyed. Akshara is that which cannot be destroyed. So it is Akshara Brahma. It is Adrushya, cannot be seen. Agotra, no identity. Then Agrahya, it cannot be grasped. Nitya, it is eternal. Vibhu, it is very vast. Sarvagata, it includes everything. Avyaya, it cannot be. It will not deteriorate. So along with this Paravidya, the disciple is made to learn Dhanurvidya, Ayurvidya, Jyotishya Vidya and Sangitya Vidya. These are part of Upanishads or Vedas, Upavedas. Upavedas focuses on Sangeeta philosophy, Jyotishya, Ayurveda, and Dhanurveda. Then next is focus on Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. We focused on the teachings of Mundaka Upanishad. Here he speaks about Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Now the master here is Yajnavalkya. Yajnavalkya is the master here. The disciple happens to be his wife, Maitreyi. There is dialogue between Yajnavalkya and Maitreyi. Here Yajnavalkya is teaching Maitreyi the core philosophy. Here she asks questions. How should I learn? So your teachings, how should I grasp? How should I learn? How should I realize this? Yajnavalkya says here, Ravana, Manana, Nididhyasa. Core teaching, the way of learning according to Upanishad is Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa. The Upanishad teachers, they were telling the disciples, you should comprehend the knowledge considering these three steps. Shravana, the master, the disciple, the master is going to teach things. Then the disciple is expected to apply reflective thinking. You have to think reflectively, continuously. You have to contemplate on what the master has said. Shravana, carefully listen to the teaching of the master. Upanishad means, Upa means near, Ni means devotion, Shat means sitting. Sitting by the side of a guru with devotion, listening to the secret doctrines. That is the meaning of Upanishads. So the master says, carefully listen to the teachings of the master. Carefully listen to the teaching of the master. That is Shravana. Shravana, you listen to the teachings carefully with concentration. Then you apply teaching. You apply reflective thinking, manana. Contemplate on the core of what the master has taught. So manana is reflective thinking. Carefully listen to the teachings of the master, then think reflectively, think analytically, continuously focus on the teachings of the master. And number three, nididhyasana. You feel it. You experience the teachings of philosophy. Hearing, reflective thinking, and while contemplating, you have to assimilate. You have to experience the Lord. You have to experience the teaching of the master. This is the way the students have to learn in ancient India. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. These are the three important steps in the process of knowledge assimilation. Very important. Very important. These are the teachings of Yajnavalkya to his wife Maitreyi. Yajnavalkya. The dialogue between Yajnavalkya and Maitreyi. Here, again, Yajnavalkya is going to teach the king, Janaka. Janaka, in his court, he asked Yajnavalkya to speak about the ultimate reality, how to realize the ultimate reality. Then Janaka is going to teach the king, Janaka. First, he says, identify the real light that serves in our daily activity. The master says, sun is the light for us to work every day. Then he says, moon is the light when sun is absent. Then next, the light, in the absence of light, the sound serves as the knowledge where he has to move, from where the sound is emanating. So considering that sound, he will move towards that side. So in the absence of sun, moon, light, then in the absence of sound, which serves as the light. In the absence of light and sound, you are the light. The very existence, you are the light. So in the absence of sun, moon, then flames, and including the sound, you are the light. You will experience the source of light within yourself. Therefore, Yajnavalkya says, Swayam Jyoti Purusha. You are the light. Swayam Jyoti. Yourself is serves as the light. Then Swayam Prakasha. So it is illuminating. When you keep silent, so your soul, your existence illuminates. So Swayam Vedya, you are going to realize the light. Swayam Vedya, Swayam Prakasha, Swayam Jyoti. So yourself is the light. Yourself ultimately, yourself is the light which cannot be destroyed, which is on permanent basis. That is the teaching of Yajnavalkya to King Janaka. You have to realize in such a way. So he also taught Maitreyi and he also taught Janaka the way of attaining the ultimate reality. Then we move on to the teachings of Yama. Yama teaches Nachiketa. Nachiketa, son of a sage, who is just 8 years of old. So he is interested in life after death. People say after the death, the man does not exist. Some people say he exists. Some people say it does not exist. What exactly is the reality? He asked Yamaraja. Yamaraja in return says, there are two ways, two paths of mind things. One is Shreyas and another one is Prayas. Prayas is worldly things, wealth, then luxury, and all these come under Prayas. Shreyas means what is going to be achieved, the ultimate freedom, attainment of moksha, freedom, free from all affliction, that is Shreyas. So what are the benefits? Next, Nachiketa is going to ask Yama, all right, I am going to focus on Shreyas. Then what I am going to get ultimately? What are the benefits? Yama says in return, so you are going to get Ananda, bliss. You will attain bliss. Then number 2, you will attain immortality, Amritatva. You will come to know that you are not going to, yourself exists on permanent basis, though your body is going to be destroyed. So you will become Amritatva, that is your experience. Then you will also get Ananda, blissful. You will attain blissful state. You will attain blissful state. Just 1 minute. Oh, namaste. Here. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಯಾವ ಈಗ ಮನೆಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಗಂಟೆ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಾಗಿ ಈಗ ಒಂದು 6 ಗಂಟೆ 7 ಗಂಟೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಮನೆಗೆ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತೀವಿ ಸರ್ 3 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿದ್ವಿ 4, 5, 6 ಗಂಟೆ ಮನೆಗೆ ರೊಟೇಷನ್ ವಾಟ್ಸಪ್
पेन वीडियो में हम जर्नल प्रोपोजल नंबर लेते हैं आता कोणाचा आहे सुरू लेक्चर हे
sorry. Then what are the benefits? You are going to attain Ananda, blissful state, and you are going to become immortal. You will attain Amritatva. Then he says, know thyself from the master, Brahmanista, from one who has realized the self, one who knows philosophy, one who knows how to interpret the ultimate reality. Very important. The master should be Brahmanista, and he should be know how to explain the art of communicating the ultimate reality. Kshotriya and Brahmanista, these two words are used in philosophy. Kshotriya means he knows the subject. He knows how to communicate. Kshotriya. Brahmanista, he himself is realized. He has realized the ultimate reality. He knows the Brahman. He knows the Lord. He has realized the ultimate reality. These two are very important characteristics of a master, teacher. Kshotriya and Brahmanista. These two are the characteristics of the master. How to realize Shravana, Manana, and Nididhyasana, I have explained. You will be listening to the words of the master. You will apply reflective thinking, and you will realize the self yourself. So ultimately, he says, you are the witness of 3 states of experience. So Jagrata Avastha, waking state, and dreaming state, dreamless deep sleep state. These three states we have experienced. But the ultimate reality, your ultimate core, your ultimate self becomes witness to these three states of experience. Very important aspects. So you are the witness for waking state, you are the witness for dreaming state, you are the witness for dreamless deep sleep state. So here comes the ultimate, the realization of the reality, ultimate reality. Then the teachings of Chandogya Upanishad. Here there is dialogue between Shvetaketu and Uddalaka. Uddalaka happens to be the master and Shvetaketu is the disciple. So where is the reality? The disciple asks the master, where is the reality? The master says reality is all pervading. It covers the entire universe. Sarva. Isha Vasyamidam Sarva. So the Lord exists everywhere. He has dissolved in the entire world. So indweller as well as all pervading. That is how he is going to explain. He is indweller. Indweller. He is there in everything and everything is within him. Then he is called Brahman. Everything emanates from the subtle. As salt exists in seawater, Brahman is everywhere in the universe. As salt exists everywhere in seawater, as salt is dissolved in seawater, now the salt is everywhere in seawater, just like that Brahman is dissolved in the entire universe. Everywhere in the universe, the Brahman exists. That is the teaching of Uddalaka to the disciple Shvetaketu. You see, the way of teaching the ultimate reality. Kenopanishad speaks about the teachings between Prajapati and gods. Prajapati and gods. He says to know everything, you have to shun the ego. If you want to learn, you have to drop your ego. That was the first requirement in teaching according to Prajapati. So he says the gods have won the war because of the ultimate reality, the strength of ultimate reality. And he says, who are you? Then Agni and Vayu, they stand before Prajapati. Prajapati says, if you have got strength, you burn this blade of grass. He failed. Then he called Vayu and said, you set aside this blade of grass. He failed. Then he said, all this strength is because of the ultimate reality. You have to realize the ultimate reality. You shun your ego and be the disciple to learn the reality. Very core teaching is here in Kenopanishad. In Antevasa, in ancient days, the students used to stay in the ashramas of rishis. It is called Antevasa. They used to stay for 8 years, 12 years to learn Vedas and also to learn Sangeeta, Dhanurvidya, and Ayurveda Shastra. Very important. Antevasa means the disciples used to stay along with the master in the ashrama environment. Then Charaka. Charaka wanted to learn medicine because his father suffered a long duration. Ultimately, he died. Looking at his, the sufferings of his father, he wanted to become medical doctor. Then he went to Himalayas. Then he started learning under Rishi. Charaka started learning under Rishi. He was at the age of 80 years. So after 4 years, the master said, the king of this region is going to visit the ashram. And you make way, you clear the way for him, cutting all shrubs and unwanted climbers and all that. Then after 1 week, the master came and saw him. Nothing was removed. Then he said, why you have not removed climber and branches of tree, which is in middle of the way. The king of the region is going to visit the ashram. The Charaka replied, I am unable to remove the climbers, branches of tree because all these are of high medicinal value. Therefore, I am unable to cut all these climbers and branches of trees. The master felt very happy. So within these 4 years, you have learned many things. Therefore, I'm happy you can return home. So your mother is right. So within a short period, out of Shraddha, interest, innate interest, Charaka was able to master medical knowledge within a span of 4 years. So Charaka, father of Ayurvedic medicine, he learned medicine. Charaka Samhita has composed Charaka Samhita, very monumental work in the area of Ayurvedic philosophy. Taittiriya Upanishad speaks about one aspect, very important aspect. The disciples stayed at the ashram of the master for long duration, 8 years. At the time of valedictory session, the master asked the student, if you have got any doubt, if you have got any question to ask, please ask me. Then one of the disciples asked him, so when we return home, what we are going to do? What are our duties and responsibilities? What we have to do on daily basis? One of the students asked the master. The master said, on continuous basis without any break, you have to be involved. You have to involve yourself in Swadhyaya and Pravachana. Swadhyaya means reading of texts, reading of all the basic texts. Yeah, after going home, daily basis, you have to study the texts, all texts related to your topic of knowledge. Secondly, you have to deliver lectures. You have to address the gathering. You have to teach people in your area. You have to teach and you have to study. These two are very important teachings of Taittiriya Upanishad, very important aspect even today. So when we go home or throughout our life, it is said reading is an adventure, it never ends. Reading is an adventure that never ends. So Svadhyaya means reading of text, studying of text. Pravachana means delivering lectures or teaching disciples. So you have to read and you have to teach on daily basis. This was the advice of master to the disciples during valedictory session after 8 years. There he also explained Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, the Anandamaya Kosha, whereby you will be experiencing the self, the inner self, Satchit Ananda you will experience. So these are the koshas, one above the other. This is the culmination of Taittiriya Upanishad. Then Mahavakyas, the Upanishad speaks about Mahavakyas. Pragnanam Anandam Brahma. Here it is explicitly stating the characteristics of Brahman, characteristics of ultimate soul, the reality. The reality is Prajna. The reality is consciousness. I am Atma Brahma. I am that consciousness. I am that ultimate reality. That is another Udgara of the sage. Tattvam Masi. What is the ultimately? What is ultimate reality? And you are also that. You are also that. You are also the ultimate reality. Aham Brahmasmi. I am the Brahman. This is the realization. So these three are the Mahavakyas of the Upanishad. That you have to realize. The ultimate reality you have to realize through Shravana, Manana, and Nididhyasana. Taittiriya Upanishad, Swadhyaya and Praposhana, and Panini says the teacher should also write. The teacher not only has to teach, but he has to write also what he has experienced, what he is teaching the disciples, that he should write, you should publish articles. So here, even today, research and teaching go hand in hand. the teachers are expected to publish research article. Panini has expressed this one about 1,500, almost 2,500 years ago. 5th century BC, he has explained that teacher should write. The responsibility of teacher is not only teaching disciples, but he should also write. So Nyaya Sutras of Gautama, he speaks about the knowledge. So Pratyaksha, Anumana, Shabda, Upamana. These are the 4 ways of knowing things, methods of knowledge. This you will come across in Methods of Knowledge by Swami Satprakashananda. So Pratyaksha means you will be experienced through senses. Anumana means through reasoning you will be knowing, you will be understanding the reality. Shabda Pramana, by literature, existing literature, you will come to know the things, you will come to know the reality. Upamana, by giving the comparison. This is like that, this reason was like that. Through comparison, you are going to get knowledge. Through comparison, through existing literature, through reasoning, you will be getting knowledge. Through direct experience with senses, you will be getting knowledge. This is the teaching of Nyaya Sutras of Gautama, one of the 6 systems of Indian philosophy. Vaisheshika Sutra speaks about the things in the world, including the atomic world, father of atomic theory. He has categorized the things of the world into dravya, matter, guna, qualities, karma, action, samavaya, common factor, and vishesha, special character. Samavaya means inseparable. Then abhava means non-existence is also a type of knowledge according to them. Nobody is here means that is also a knowledge, because you can take decisions. Nobody is there, you can do something. So nothing is there means that is also a type of knowledge. So Vaisheshika Sutras, then Sankhya. Sankhya speaks about Prakriti and Purusha. He has divided Prakriti into 24 tattvas, 5 bhutas, elements, earth, water, fire, space, these elements. Then Jnanendriya, 5 senses. Then Karmendriya, 5 organs. Then Tanmatra, subtle form. Then Prakriti, Mahat, Buddhi, Ankar, all put together. There are 24 items. The Prakriti is evolving because of the Purusha. Purusha happens to be the self. So Prakriti, Purusha. Prakriti and Purusha, 24 tattvas of Prakriti evolves through Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. This is the teaching of Sankhya philosophy of Kapila Maharshi. Then comes, as you are aware of that one, Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. Patanjali has composed 3 important texts. One is on Ayurveda philosophy, one is Vyakarna, another is one eightfold yoga. Eightfold yoga. They are Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Bhiranga Sadhana, Pranayama, then Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. So practice into Bhiranga, Antaranga Sadhana. 5 to 6, 5 to 8 are Antaranga Sadhana, 1 to 4 are Bhiranga Sadhana. Then Yama. Yama means non-violence, Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, not stealing or not desiring for somebody's property. Then Aparigraha, not accumulating with Indriya Nigraha, self-restraint. These are Yama. Then under Niyama, there are again 5 things: Saucha, cleanliness, happiness, study of text, finance, tapas. Then Ishvara Pranaya, submit fruits of action to Lord. So this is Yama, Niyama of Patanjali Yoga Sutras. Then he speaks about klesha, impurities, avidya. Ignorance is one klesha. Then identification of yourself with the body, asmita, avidya, asmita, raga, craving for things, dvesha, hatredness, abhinavesha, assumption, pretension. So you have to overcome these 5 kleshas, impurities, avidya, asmita, raga, dvesha, abhinavesha. According to Patanjali, we have to overcome these kleshas, impurities. Here, Vachaspati Mishra has written number of texts. So he sat 24 years, forgetting his wife, in composing text. He has written text on Nyaya Sutras of Gautama, Vaisheshika, Sankhya, Yoga, including Vedanta of Shankaracharya. Number of texts he has composed. He sat 24 years continuously. His wife served him all 24 years, pouring oil to the lamp and serving food where he was sitting. So very strange thing. He has written number of books, the sage of 10th century. Then Karna, man of charity. Then Lord Krishna asked him, why he is so different from us Pandavas. Then Krishna says, in no way you can compare yourself with Karna. Karna is a man of charity. Man of charity, you cannot be compared anywhere with Karna because they asked for 60 cartloads of firewood. They failed, Pandavas failed to provide 50 carts of firewood. But when the sages approached Karna, he brought to the end half of his palace. The pillars and beams, wooden pillars and beams were reduced to firewood, and he provided 60 cartloads of firewood. So he was interested in charity. Therefore, since he is interested, he comes in way of all ways and means. So Adi Shankaracharya, here he says Viveka, Vairagya, and Mumukshutva. Viveka, Vairagya, Shamadamadi, Shakta Sampatva, and Mumukshutva. These 4 steps he has performed. Patanjali has advocated 8 steps, whereas Shankaracharya has advocated 4 steps. Viveka. Viveka means right knowledge. Vairagya. Vairagya means detachment. Shamadamaya treatment. So training the mind and body. Then moksha, interest for the freedom, moksha. Shama means you have to control your mind, control your body, you have to tolerate, you have to show interest in attaining the self, and one should be peaceful and one should be calm. So if you attain these characteristics, it becomes very easy to attain the ultimate reality. There is a difference between a teacher and the master. Teacher and the master, guru. Teacher takes the responsibility of growth of student, whereas makes a student responsible for growth. Whereas teacher answers questions of students, questions the answers of students, the guru. Disciple is enforced on students, requires trust and submission. Responsible for your knowledge, whereas Guru is responsible for your wisdom. He focuses on your wisdom, whereas teacher focuses on your knowledge or gathering information. Teacher emphasizes on acquisition of information. Guru emphasizes on practical experience. So a lot of difference is there. So Guru is compared with mirror. Master is a mirror. Master is a map. Master is full known. Master is compared to Sparshamani. Sparshamani. Master is a mirror. He will let you know yourself. So he acts as a mirror. Map, he will show you how to attain, how to proceed towards the ultimate reality. Therefore, he is a map. Master is full moon because he is enlightened, is compared with full moon. Sparshamani, he will make yourself as another master. Therefore, he is compared with Sparshamani. Sparshamani, very important. Hello. Here. Here. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳ ಸಂಕಲ ತರಬೇನೆ ಬೇಗ ಒಂದು 10 ನಿಮಿಷ. So Guru is compared with a mirror, compared with map, compared with full moon, and is compared with Sparshamani. Sparshamani, very important aspect. Then Swami Vivekananda, we want that education by which character is formed, strength of mind is increased, intellectual is expanded, and by which one can stand on one's own feet. Education must build up character and manifest our real nature. Personality is the influence, the impression one creates on others. So Rabindranath Tagore, the highest education is that which does not merely gives us information but makes our life in harmony with all existence. Very important quote of Rabindranath Tagore. Then Madan Mohan Malaviya, he is of the opinion education should be accessible to all, regardless of their social and economic status. Madan Mohan Malaviya's educational philosophy emphasized on the integration of traditional Indian knowledge with modern education. Character building, very important aspect, is focusing moral values and equal access to education for all. So in Indian philosophy, the disciples learn in satsang environment. Satsang, very important. And in ashrama, they are going to realize step by step. Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyasa ashrama. So ashrama dharmas is propounded in Indian philosophy. They emphasize mainly on satsang. Satsang means like-minded people gather together and they listen to the teachings of the master. Upa, Ni, Shad. Upa means near, Ni means devotion, Shad means sitting. Sitting by the side of a guru with devotion, listening to his teachings. After listening, he has to apply reflective thinking and he has to continuously contemplate and realize this. That is the ultimate teaching of Indian philosophy. So the entire literature, what I have shown is housed in this Radhakrishnan Center for Philosophy, which is converted into a library. Radhakrishnan stayed here during 1918 and 1921. 3 years he stayed here. So thank you very much.